very keen awareness that it is athletics and your body is going to give out, sooner or later, and it's going to be at a very early age. So I asked him if I could work in the Bulls front offices to prepare myself for, the secondary career. So I did that every day in the off seasons, went down to Michigan Avenue. At the time, the Bulls offices were on Michigan and Oak, and showed up to work every day in the sales and marketing department, and did what everyone else did, just to try to understand again what it is to be in the real world, because athletics is, as we know, is not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily prepare you for that secondary life. Interestingly enough, the baseball part of the business comes most natural to me and is the most easily managed. It's the peripheral things, such as the dollar and the economics of what it is we're trying to do, both now and preparing for the future. I like to put together a plan of attack that takes all of our components at play, whether it be the financial aspect, as well as the minor league player, the major league player. People are surprised when I also discuss marketing plans with our head of marketing or our public relation plan as well, because I believe that any effective management is an all-inclusive management, so that we can all be on the same page and head in the same direction. If you have a fractured management style, then you're going to have fractured results. The same characteristics that I'm looking for and it took me a while. Took me a while to learn this, because initially I put as many talented players on the field as possible and thought, I'm gonna load up on the most talent, and it's gonna work out. We're gonna win a championship. It wasn't until I figured out that, wait a minute, sometimes I may take a little less in terms of the talent of an individual, the talent as we sit today, in lieu of someone that had some talent, maybe a step below, but had tremendous growth potential, hadn't had opportunity, maybe hadn't had a situation put in front of them where they could be pushed to a greater level. Also, a person of character, someone that has been through some tough times in their life. And again, I'm not talking just off the field, I'm talking my players as well. Chicago's a tough town, and you've got to be able to swim upstream. That's the hard part for me. And I've never handled it well, whether it be, again, making a change in the front office or on the field where I've got to call a guy in and tell him effectively, I'm in some cases taking your livelihood away from you and your career. People know when I have to do that around here. People know that it's probably best to stay away from me for a couple of days because it affects me, and I hope that it'll continue to, because that means I've thought long and hard about the action that I'm going to take with a particular individual. I never push the responsibility off. I think that I'm not so naive not to think that people aren't still watching, and there aren't still some roadblocks that I still have to deal with, to whereas if I weren't a minority, that I wouldn't have to deal with. I'm not under any illusions that that's anything, those things are not true. What I'm saying is I don't pay much attention to them. So I'm not too busy to listen to it, but I'm certainly too busy to pay attention to any of that stuff. All I can do is what I can do, and that's push forward and try to be a success, and enough of a success to where the next person along the line gets an equal opportunity.